I'm going to show you really quickly how you might be able to use Word to help you check for passive voice. Now, I wrote a few sentences here. They don't make a whole lot of sense, but in any case, I've used the passive voice in a couple of situations. I will use the example of mistakes were made, the router needs to be rebooted, it can be assumed things will get better. Notice it gives you a green squiggly line under here identifying there's a grammar issue, and if you right click you'll see it says passive voice, consider revising. If Word's not doing this for you, it may in fact be that you don't have the grammar and style checker appropriately selected. So to make sure you do that, what you want to do is this. So I went to File and I went to Options. Then I go to Proofing and I make sure that I have everything checked here. When correcting and spelling grammar in Word, you want to make sure all these things are checked and make sure grammar and style are checked. And if you're still not getting it, make sure you go to Settings, and let's see if I can make this a little bigger. I can't. I'll scroll down, but make sure everything is checked, and if you scroll on down you should see passive sentences right there. And there are other things that you want to be able to check as well, and I have pretty much used everything checked except for the use of first person. So I will click OK, and I'll hit OK here, and we'll see we have things there. Now what it'll also do, you can then go to Review, and another way is, of course, if you want to do a check of the entire document, it'll give you the same message. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click through real quick on Next Sentences, Next Sentences, Next Sentences, and then what pops up after I check, it gives some readability statistics. It gives things like sentence per paragraph, words per sentence, characters per word, etc. It'll also show you the percent of passive sentences and the grade level and ease of reading. Now, many people might think the higher the grade level, the better. Not necessarily. It's great that you can write at a 12th grade or a 14th or 16th grade level, but your reader might not be able to read at that level. Believe it or not, there have been studies shown that typically the audience, for ease of capture, and this is perhaps a sad commentary on life in general, but you need to be in probably the 6th, 7th, 8th grade reading level for ease of capture. Check any type of newspaper, blog, that sort of thing, and you'll notice that things are written in a pretty low grade level. Why? Because in this busy world, the simpler, the better, the easier it is to understand. So short sentences are typically easier to pick up and understand. Less complicated grammatical and structural styles, again, easier to understand and unpack the meaning. And in many cases, and I've actually suggested to many students that if you keep your characters per word to between 6 and 10, you'll find that the ability to communicate and the ability to understand what you write is much better. So Word can help you out in a large variety of ways. So I'm going to click OK, and notice once I did that, the green squigglies went away because it assumed that I was okay with the passive voice. Clearly I'm not. In any case, thought that might be helpful. Any questions, please let me know.